Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm your host, as always, Zach Lags, and I'm bringing you my final part in my 4-part series explaining why I'm leaving Call of Duty titles behind from this point on and why I'm not supporting an Activision title from this point on. This is not a man whining about what used to be. This is a man showing you what will become of future games. My first video on this channel was explaining the beginning of woke gaming, as I noticed this right away. And as you can see on the screen here, you can look through the bios and take your time to read these unpolished, full of errors, and incomplete bios for these woke characters, all with some sort of whiny, liberating background that's supposed to make you feel empowered. And they don't, they're a joke, and they make no sense for killing people in a video game. And you can see from all of these bullshit flags, whatever they want to call them, that they can include all of these, but not the country that gave them the freedom and the ability to make this game. Not the country and countries in their history that allowed them to represent wars from the beginning of Call of Duty to Call of Duty Big Red 1, to Call of Duty World at War, World War II, Cold War, all of the American history and British and French history disrespected by a video game is represented right here before you. I don't know if there's some sort of woke, sissy agenda behind this. I have no understanding of that. I don't know these people personally or why they would approve such a thing. You may not see this as a problem. You may think I'm just some racist, whatever homophobic person. But I would say that you need to pay attention a little bit closely to what I'm saying, because I'm not degrading these people, insulting them, their sexual preferences, their business, and though I do not agree, I'm not here to bash anybody or anyone's preferences or thoughts. So if you get easily offended, go find yourself another video and another YouTuber, because this video isn't for you, and neither is the other 3 parts that I made. Go check those out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you want to see future content not of me not complaining. Like, dislike, and make sure you comment down below. What are your opinions on my opinion? What are your opinions on this and where the world of gaming is going? We saw it in God of War, right? Such a gigantic shift in a character's development, right? And not in the greatest direction. But that's an opinion. And what I'm about to tell you is an opinion, backed by small amounts of facts sprinkled here and there. Another YouTuber brought this up to me, or brought this up in a video, and I never noticed it because I don't really walk around maps and look. That's not the point. But the fact that this game went out of their way to do what I'm about to show you on screen is beyond me. It's incomprehensible to my mind, right? Because it's just a video game. Who cares? It's not the first time that this has been represented, nor will it be the last. And that's all right, because there's a thing called freedom. Freedom of creation, right? They could make this game the most racist, bigoted, segregated, feminist, woke, whatever garbage in the world, because it's a video game and they have that artistic freedom that we somehow have lost. But instead of representing everything and kind of mixing everything together and letting the player to choose, they shove only what they want pushed upon you, right? The only place you can find an American flag is in this game right here, right? That's the only one that's really not damaged, and it's staying up there beautiful, whether or not you're American or you think America's the greatest country on earth or whatever. The government and the politics of America are not. But you can see right here the disrespect that the developers and creators of this map, whoever they are, could put a burning American flag in a video game, could disrespect the nation's flag that allowed them and gave them their freedom to do this. Go do this in another country. Go burn a flag in any other country that doesn't allow you. They'll kill you. There's people getting hung in Iran. There's people getting murdered all over this world. But the developers wanted to put gay flags, your fucking LGBTQ bullshit fucking flags in the game, right? And does that make sense that there's all of these burning flags, right? Imagine if they were some fucking rainbow faggot flag, right? Imagine if they put that in here. But you can't say that and you can't represent things in that way because it's offensive or it's scary. But they can put this on the fucking floor, right? And this was the last straw when I found this out when I watched that guy's video. I'm like, why am I playing this? They don't appreciate the country that allowed them to make this game, the history of this nation. Even if they had that in there, right? God forbid anybody else's flag burns, except the people that are trying to take over the organizations that you love and misrepresent the characters that you love and change things to such an extreme that it separates people and divides them, right? Hopefully you don't see this as some sort of angry rant by some racist old man, because I'm not an old man, and I'm not racist, and I'm not a hateful person. But when did we become so weak that words hurt us, right? When did we become so weak you could say that, Zach, you're whining over a video game. Who cares? Who cares, right? And that is not the point. I don't care that it's in here. I don't care that they did that. Let me tell you what I do care about. That they excluded everything else from this game to push all of those queer flags down your throat. Whether you're gay, straight, whatever you want to be, they forced this into a video game beyond incomplete and broken still, where I'm still having millions of issues, right? And it's ridiculous. I hope that you guys go back and watch my other videos, and this is my point of view, and this is my opinion. And there's been rainbow flags or whatever you call them in almost every other Call of Duty. And it's never been a problem. Sometimes it's just funny to put them in there because they're silly flags, right? Just like any other flag, like people who aren't from a country using that flag, okay? So don't look at this from a perspective of someone who is so narrow-minded that you can't comprehend it, no matter how old you are watching this video. Understand that they're trying to push their viewpoint upon you. They're politicizing video games. They're politicizing media in general. They're politicizing your movies, your TV shows, your schools, and all of that stuff you think is meaningless because it doesn't affect you in one way or another. And it does, because over time it's going to seep into your head and become so normal that you don't understand. There's no separation from reality and someone's made up beliefs or dreams, right? You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be an American to understand that if they start representing these things and removing them from society, you're forgetting where you came from and what made all of those things important. What allowed these developers and publishers to make these games they're now spitting in the face of because it's cool, because everyone else is doing it, because it's supported. Well, I tell you guys this, and I won't stand for it. Be the change, right, you wish to see. When I see people spending all of their money on these titles and these skins and these weapon things or whatever, I see all of these people spending their money on it, and I'm asking myself, why are you supporting it? And then complaining in the lobbies. There's disassociation, the disrespect, and the disillusion that these developers are shoving into people's faces, and kids play this. And then kids think it's okay to do these things. And then the other side starts blaming kids for not, being a part of a community or respecting the world, right? And they blame video games. And I've been a gamer my whole life, right? Essentially my whole life. And to see the route that it's going, and it's becoming just a cash grab, like they're trying to take advantage of everyone possible. It boggles my mind. I hope that in closing, you guys do not misinterpret what I'm saying. I hope that in closing, you take what I'm saying with as much weight as you want it to carry. And don't cast a stone on me for my language and how I'm expressing this, right? Because then it's your problem if you're trying to silence people expressing their opinion, and I'm not trying to silence or anybody's opinion or anything. Just keep it in your head. that where is this going? Is it what you want? Think about that. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you've made it this far in the video, I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below what you think about what I've said. This will be one of the last videos that I make of Call of Duty. I think I have a couple more that will be going up in the next week or two. But thanks for tuning in. Please go watch those other parts. I appreciate it. Take it easy and stay tuned for content where I'm having fun.